Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight we are kicking off our British week. You guys have asked for it, you guys knew it was coming, and the theme of the week, never surrender. I figured that was probably about as good a theme as you could ever come up with for the British week. So let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're feeling really nice, you might even hit that subscribe button for me. Anyway, you guys also could know down in the description down below, there should be the new merch available inside that. It took like a month and a half for YouTube to finally allow me to put it on there, but it's on there. So if you guys are looking forward to some fashionable Iowa US flag merch, it's down there waiting for you. Or, if you just like the regular old Spartan logo stuff, it's already there too, so much appreciated. Now, on to the British week, aka Never Surrender Week. We start out with none other than the Lightning. Now, I love the Lightning, but there's a problem with the Lightning, and that problem is they power crept the ever-living crap out of it. Okay, the Lightning used to be absolutely disgusting, and it still is absolutely disgusting. The problem is, it just doesn't have the hit points. Now, I know there are things that you can do to add to your build to try to get you some extra hit points to make it a little bit more competitive. But, yeah, we're gonna run into some issues when we run into other ships that maybe you wouldn't have an issue with in, say, I don't know, any other destroyer at Tier 7, basically. The only real thing that you can guarantee a kill against in this, if you're in a just straight gunfight, is the Yadachi. Everything else is a toss-up. You can't necessarily kill a Kagero. The Yadachi, I say that because it has very low hit points. It's like 11,000. So you have a hit point advantage from the get-go, and you fire faster. So it's iffy. But they hit a lot harder than you. So it's even iffy going against the Yadachi that's firing his guns. But yeah, I still love this ship. And now this Balti, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to get pretty salty at this Balti. This guy, first of all, doesn't look like he has any idea what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing, but he's going to get really, really lucky. Now, he does have me radared right now, and there it goes. So he used his radar into the center of the map early, and now that I'm actually in a position that he could radar me, he can't see me. Now, I'm not going to lie, I waste way too much time in this match, and we'll go over some of that in the future. This could have been an epic match. Probably my most base XP I've ever gotten, if I had pulled this off. Now, I'm assuming this Balti is just going to keep doing stupid things and sitting there, but unfortunately for me, this Balti's actually going to get just enough where he gets out of the way of all these torpedoes. I even assumed that he would run back aground again, and it looked like I was going to get my wish, except instead of that, he actually pulls up and gets around the island just enough to get stuck in a little corridor. I'll show you in a minute. But clearly this guy's running his hydro. He's trying to avoid getting obliterated by my torpedoes. And we have the advantage in caps. So I'm going to start moving out to start pestering these Yamis. There's a lot of hit points out here to be had, folks. And I am all too happy to oblige. Now, again, there's going to be a lot of time wasted in this one, and that ends up biting me in the butt. I'm not going to lie. You guys know I'm not necessarily the best destroyer captain in the world, never claimed to be. I am a battleship main who frequents destroyers just because I like to know what I'm up against and occasionally like to laugh at everybody else's suffering. But, you know, other than that, I'm not a destroyer captain. Now, we were focusing the Balti, first of all, because it is the biggest threat to me. It's a radar cruiser, and a very nasty radar cruiser. So we launched some more torpedoes at the Balti, hoping that he gets stuck in that little island again. And unfortunately, I think he's actually going to get out of it again. But then we're going to go ahead and start focusing these two Yamis. I'm assuming this Yami's going to put it in reverse, so we launch behind him. And as you can see, the Balti just now got out of his little hidey hole, and he's going to sail off into the sunset, unfortunately. So we've wasted a lot of time already, but we're not done there. And this just goes right back to the, like, there were so many things that you can see happening now in watching it back that you couldn't necessarily see before. Now, this shot here ends up missing on these guys, and they're going to start pushing forward, unfortunately, and that's going to make them much more difficult for me to torp. I relied heavily on the stacked torpedoes, and look at the Balti. He has literally put himself in a cubbyhole. I don't know what he's doing over there. Clearly he's dodging my torpedoes, but like he has put himself in like the worst position possible, and he's getting away with it. But we have 2 Yamis in our sights. We're no longer focusing the Balti. We're wasting our time. It's time to start dishing out some punishment. These guys are sailing around all hunky-dory, thinking everything's all well and good, and so we're going to drop, 8 torps down their throat and see if we can't take them out. Now, first of all, yes, you get the ability to stack your torps in the Lightning, but you only get 8 torps. Okay, they don't have a particularly amazing reload, even though the reload's not terrible. We are going to get some torp hits finally. About time, right? Hitting for 21,000 and then another 6,800, so about 27,000 damage, maybe 28,000 damage in that salvo. We're up to 35,000 total. I guess that's all. Like, well, that was one salvo, right? 35,000 damage torpedo run right there. So not too shabby, and it looks like we might... Nope, never mind. Thought we were going to sneak another one in there. But I'm shadowing these guys, and I get a little bit too close here. That's going to allow these guys to push up on me. Or that's going to allow them to shoot at me with their secondaries. But they at least now know exactly where I'm located for the moment. So we're going to switch over. I'm targeting the guy that's going to be out front, because if I miss him, there's a good chance I hit the guy that's behind him. So you can see I'm trying to lead these guys, assuming he's coming out of the turn, and I try to play it perfectly, and unfortunately these guys just play their ships a little bit better in this instance than I did. They actually don't just turn out, they turn all the way out and head straight for C, which is exactly what they should be doing, and exactly what I need to stop them from doing. Because the Balti is in B, I can't attack that, and with these Yamis heading over here to C, if I don't stop them, we are going to lose this cap. I can't go toe-to-toe with the Yami without torpedoes. And so I'm hoping to get some torpedo hits on these guys. And because he turned all the way out instead of like continuing his course, we're actually going to miss these torpedoes as well. I think we may get one on him, but we're literally missing everything at this point. And it's extremely frustrating. Nope, it slips right behind a ship. Of course it does. Also, have you guys checked out the War on the Sea gameplay? If so, let me know what you guys think down in the comments as well. But we're almost loaded. We've got some more torps on the way. We're going to stack these torps because we need an absolute home run here. We know these guys are going into the cap. We know that we're not going to be able to kill them with a single torpedo salvo. Yami's torp reduction is just too good. 55% torpedo reduction. Our cruiser that's over there has put himself in a really bad position, and those Yamis are going to gobble him up. There's nothing he can really do about it. But he misses his torpedo strike, and mine looks pretty darn good if they continue on their course. And it looks like they are going to. But unfortunately for me, this Yami that's in the front that we shot all of our torpedoes at is actually going to slow down. He is going to take all 4 of the first set of torpedoes, but he is not going to take the other torpedoes. Now, we hit the bow right there. Actually, we only hit him with 3. I thought we hit him with all 4 there. He slowed down just enough, it looks like. But we're up to 77,000 damage. And we've got a long ways to go, folks. But these guys are in the base already. They're starting to cap, and I'm starting to feel the pressure. I'm not going to lie. I know what I need to do, and I am failing at it. Now, our destroyer that's all the way in the back there, I have no idea what he's doing. We really needed him to start headed towards B. You'll see why in a moment, but their Balti is going to get respotted, and he's going to be down by A in a moment. Now, we get detected by this Iowa because we end up shooting at him to try to get him off the board. And we've got a beautiful shot. And right off the bat, get the RNG of Dreams, get the fire. But we're not going to settle for that. We're going to shoot him again, just make sure we get him off the board as quickly as possible. I don't want to die. And we actually shattered all those shells and did no extra damage. And then we get hit from the Grosser secondaries. Now, I don't realize the Grosser is there yet until right now. And now I'm like, okay, I need to turn out a little bit. Could have just slowed down. He would have been behind the island, wouldn't have been able to detect us, but because I sped up, prolonged the inevitable. Now, they have captured C. We did get a torpedo hit on C, so we know we hit one of their Yamis. And we barely danced between the shells on that one. Now these guys are going to try to push out. But you can see right now their Balti is in B. The Grossa Kurfürst is moving out of B. I'm going to try to torp the Grossa Kurfürst or the Yamato, whoever wanders into this. And I should have fired that second set further out to the left. But I was trying to get that devastating strike around the island. You know, I always look for those opportunities when people are going to come out from behind an island. But you could see right at the tail end of me firing that he had already started slowing down. He has no intention of just going past that island. And so, unfortunately, we're going to fail to take out that Yamato. And that's going to be absolutely massive for how this ends up. I'm going to be making a mistake in the very near future, and that's going to cost us this battle. And you'll see why, and I'll talk about it when we get there. But right now, we've got 2 Yamis and a Grossa Kurfürst pushing up on my location. Grossa Kurfürst turning away, 1 Yami's turned away. The other Yami smartly throws his ship in reverse and comes into the cap to contest. Why is that smart? Because I'm trying to get into the base and hold, and these guys are actually going to, and you can see our destroyer is in B right now, trying to capture the base. And that's what we need him to do. Now, I don't know what he's going to get into or what happens, but anyway, we are trying to capture C. He's trying to capture B. We've got the battleship over there getting ready to take on the Baltimore, and I've got a Grossa Kurfürst and 2 Yamis over here to worry about. Now, here is where I make my mistake. I didn't recognize that enemy Yamato was backing into the base. Now, I slowed down here to try to avoid it. At the very last second, I was like, wait a second, I think that guy's actually backing into the base because it's contested now. And I don't have my torpedoes ready. And so, sailing forward and getting detected by the Yami's backside, it's just absolutely stupid. This was the worst mistake I made in this match, and the one thing that cost me the game. Because he just hit me for half my hit points. Just hit me for half my hit points. Right there. And even though we do get a torp hit there, we get 2 torp hits, 2 floods, and we set a fire on the Yami, we are in a lot of trouble. Now, we lose our destroyer in the center of the map. The Balti came back for him. The battleship that's over there at A is in no man's land. There's nothing he can do over there at the moment. And so I'm trying everything in my power at this point to win this game for our team. Trying to stay in the base, try to capture it, but the Yami's there, so we can't afford to take any more hits. I drop my smoke and turn out so that we could potentially get some distance between me and him. But there's just not a whole lot I can do here. We launch more torpedoes out there, hoping to hit him, and unfortunately he ducks all the way back around the island. This guy has been playing absolutely fantastic. I don't know who he is, but this front Yamato, the other guy, he's a potato. But this guy in the base right now, this guy is an absolute legend when it comes to knowing what he needs to do exactly when he needs to do it, because he played me like a fiddle. Every time I thought I was going to catch him, every single time he gets away with it. The other guy, every time, manages to walk into a torpedo. Now, he's flooding. He's going to continue to flood for a little while, and we're going to try to launch torpedoes on this Yami, and you can see I've got some detection to play with. You know I like my sneaky ninja strats, but we're going to try to wait long enough. We're about to get detected again. We can't stick around. We're using the island. You can see I'm trying to launch before the island, and we're going to just give it right up against the island so that we don't run into issues there. Now, the Yami that was flooding has put out his flooding, which means he's damage con. And the Yami that's coming directly at me, once again, plays it absolutely perfectly. Perfectly, I tell you. And that right there is what ends up solidifying the win for his team. We don't have a whole lot of time left. They have the lead. I could kill them and get the win here. But in my head, I was so focused on this battleship, the one that's actually smart, the one that's been playing the hardest, the one that's been doing everything right, that I wasn't thinking about the guy that damage controlled, that was very low health because he kept potatoing into torpedoes. And I could have killed him. And that would have given us the win. Look at this, 30 seconds left. We've got the lead right now. We've got the lead. All we have to do is try to hold this lead, and I come out like a complete potato right in front of everybody. Look at this. Absolutely potato it. We're down, or we're winning by 30 points. I didn't need to come out. But we hurry up, shoot the shot, and we get the fire. Come on, he goes down. We've got the lead and the win. Woo! Not gonna lie, I didn't think I won this. In fact, I actually went to the CC post and posted a comment in the CC Discord saying that I just got almost 3,000 base XP and I lost because I thought we lost this because of my potato. 2,897 base XP, top of the leaderboard. Grossa Kerfers coming in clutch at the end as well with that bolty kill. And so if you like what I'm doing, guys, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.